Hi everyone, welcome. Hi. Grateful to have you all. Let's look at the comments. How's everybody doing? Oh, hi, Bobby Doll. How are you? Oh, oh, thank you. So my background is behind me, but my bed is a mess right now because I need to put stuff in my drawer. Let me move my microphone so it's closer. I am going to put up some lights. I just got finished recording a bunch of videos for the upcoming week. So thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you for your patience. I'm in my new apartment now. So grateful to be here. I live alone. Thank God. Oh, thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for your support. Lots of love. I did my nails for you guys. I hope you're happy or witchy. Okay, so I just decided to do this live. It's been a while. Next week is the Zayn Live I've been talking about. So the Zayn Live that I was like, oh, we're going to break down 5 songs from each album starts next week. So I'll let you know a day. My other work schedule has changed, so might be Thursday or Friday. We'll see. Okay, so let's get into this reading. There might be a bit of an echo because I'm not done fully unpacking it. So when I have everything unpacked and I have a buffer, it should be good for the sound. But can you guys hear me and everything? Everything's okay? Yes? No? Thank you. And also great. Thank you, dear. I did these for Halloween last year. I can't believe I'm saying last year. But I did these for Halloween last year in October. I thought they were too much. I don't know if you guys remember. It's like one of my first lives I did. But yeah. So my new internet is not the best. And my landlord is so sweet. I don't want to hurt his feelings. But I might just get my own internet because this internet is not the business. It's a little delayed. But yeah. I'm glad the sound is fine. So we're going to start. Happy Aquarius season. I'm a sun in Aquarius and my birthday is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Yeah. Like 2.5 weeks. 6th of February. And I'm going to start talking about a fellow Aquarius who is on the 2nd of February. So that's Shakira. What did you guys think about her song she did, talking about that guy. What's his name? Gerard Piqué. Honestly, I never understood what she saw in Gerard Piqué. I never understood it. And she said that the same birthday, right? I never understood it at all. But let's see what's the energy behind this song. She just released a song. It's BZRP. I'm not sure what it's short for, but I speak Spanish. I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah. Did you see that video? We're gonna talk about that. I want to elaborate on Alec Baldwin. Yeah, intense. So I'm just gonna let you guys know this. I dated a well-known producer, recording artist guy. So maybe I am being biased when I say this. Oh, I just got this new deck. It's so beautiful, and I just hurt it. Not hurt it, but I bent one of the cards. I'm not a fan of diss tracks. And maybe I'm being biased because he wrote a diss track about me, a few actually, and I knew that about me because it was after we broke up. He mentioned specific things that were specifically about me. So as a recipient of diss tracks, the world obviously doesn't know who. The song, he is very popular, and it is a popular song. But having to hear it, maybe that's the diss, I had to hear it publicly. But I think it's very vengeful, and it's just like, it's a little immature. So that's just my opinion. I might be biased because it's happened to me where somebody's, like I said, wrote diss tracks about me. But I just think I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, especially because kids are involved, So let's see the energy behind this new song. Have you guys heard it? I'd love to hear if you've heard Shakira's new song. Welcome those that are joining. Please like the video. If it's your first time watching, please consider subscribing. See the energy behind Shakira's song with Piqué. Honestly, I never understood the Gerard Piqué. I thought she was way above him, but that's like I often talk about the curse of Aquarius. Sometimes we end up in relationships with people that we see potential in and we want them to win. Hi, Gwendolyn. You're not that late. You're just a few minutes late. It's okay. You're still catching everything. How are you guys doing? I've missed you guys so much. You have no idea. I was actually gonna do a recording about a week ago. Week ago? No, 2 weeks ago. No, I don't remember. Time has gone so weirdly. Anyways, I was going to do a recording in between me moving. I put my stuff in storage. I was staying in an Airbnb. And then one day I was about to do a recording and I was so tired. I emotionally couldn't get myself to do it. So I was like, let me get my apartment together. Let me do things right so that it's ready for you guys. I'm ready for you guys. So now, tomorrow will be the first video for 2023. I have 2023 predictions coming up. So I have written in the community tab if you want to make suggestions for videos. Yes, I will. Thank you, Trisha. I'll do Michael B. Jordan coming up soon. Okay, so Shakira, energy behind the song. Seven of Swords, King of Swords. I did say, and a lot of what I predicted has come true with Shakira. I said that he was making her life hell. He is an Aquarius. They have the same birthday, Shakira and Piqué. And if you guys don't know Piqué, he's like a soccer star. Shakira is like an international. I love Shakira. Shakira is my favorite Latino artist. So I was saying, before I read the comment, I was saying I speak Spanish, and I translated it out. If you guys want me, if you have any questions about what something means, I mean, this day and age, Google is easy to hear. But some of what she says, like I love her play on words, like Clara, claramente, stuff like that. I appreciate that. Like, she's just very smart. She is an Aquarius. She's representing. But I just think it's very vengeful. Seven of Swords. She kind of wants to get back at him. Seven of Swords. Because she feels like he is being very strategic. He is an Aquarius too. That's why I feel like Aquarius and Aquarius should not date. But being very strategic, and he has something planned for her, and they're gonna go back and forth. This is why I don't like diss tracks, because you start something, Three of Cups, then they have friends that are mutual friends that are gonna tell them, you need to stop this. It's gonna go back and forth for, I'd say, at least 6 more months. The Shakira stuff. At least 6 more months, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, yeah. You guys have any questions? The next person I'm going to move on is Alec Baldwin. Is to Alec Baldwin and the charges. And yes, Amy, you're right. I did predict a lot of what I predicted is true. Is coming true with that. So, yeah. So the friends are going to tell them, back to Shakira and Gerard. Their friends are going to tell them, oh, he's shady, PK. I think what PK was doing is that he was begging Shakira to come back while he was pursuing a new woman. I mean, that's so disgusting. It's really gross. I'm really disappointed in him. Ugh, disgusting. What kind of people do stuff like that? That will keep the fans' interest. What will keep the fans' interest? I'm interested to hear you say. What will keep the fans' interest? So, Death, yeah. She's going to have to accept, whenever I get a pair, I always assume soulmates. She thought that they were soulmates. And she's going to have to accept, and I wish her well. I just think do it privately. Diss tracks are a no. And they don't really do anything. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna tell you what song it was and who it was because it's not important. But I remember when I first heard, because he always used to say that I was like an ice queen, and I didn't really have feelings, and he would say that a lot about me. That's how I know, because it was right after we broke up. The song came out, and everything that he had told me directly, he put in the song. He added things too, obviously, to make it salacious. But I just remember when I first heard it, I was like, okay, I need to listen to this because there was something about me that wanted to listen to it. Even though I was done with him, I just wanted to listen to it. And with all fair honesty, the same person who I was with, recording artist, blah, 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 all that stuff, when we started dating, he made the most romantic songs. So it was kind of 50-50. It wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was specifically vengeful. It was in a way, but not 100%. Anyways, I remember when I heard it, I was like, I just need to listen to it. And then when I heard it, I was just like, this is just so immature. Like, and the song didn't even do that well. So it's like, why focus on why? I mean, Shakira's song is doing well too, but it's just a bad look. I love Shakira, but it's just not a good look. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, we keep the fans interested with PK and Shakira. Perhaps it's just not for me. Whenever people do, and the same thing with Miley Cyrus. Like, I think Miley Cyrus is a little different, but again, we need to be careful that we aren't like purposefully being vengeful and blocking off energy, like blocking off loving energy, becoming vengeful. Especially as women, I think sometimes it hardens us and it makes us unattractive. Well, he cheated. Well, he cheated to be with Shakira, broke up his engagement to be with her. She deserves better. Sorry, Morgan. I get that. I'm just saying, as somebody that has received a diss track and being an inspiration to a diss track, and it's just like you have kids, I don't. I'm not a fan of it, but to each their own. It's doing well, so I wish her well. But I think she's more hurt, and that's Aquarius. Our pet peeve is when people are fake. That's like, or malicious. Like, he's probably doing something with one person and something else with another. Oh, hi, Danica. Hi, dear. So sweet. What's handpig waving? Can you explain that to me? Oh, I'm so grateful she joined. Okay, so let's move on to Alec Baldwin. So I'm going to go back to a comment that Amy did. Hey, Holly, did you know Alec Baldwin got charged with involuntary manslaughter and other? So I don't remember specifically. I said before that I feel like I've been very accurate. When I started doing these videos, okay, the reason why I wanted to start doing specifically the Baldwin video was because I felt as though, let me give you guys a full story. Alec Baldwin's wife used to be my yoga teacher, and there was always something off about her to me. You can go look back at the videos I've done before, but I ended up teaching yoga at that yoga studio, and I ended up finding out more about her in general through other people. Like, they would just mention things to me about her, off like the top of the head or whatever. So it kind of got me curious, especially after the whole scandal came out that she wasn't really Spanish. I thought she was Colombian because a lot of Colombians have British last names. Not a lot, but there are some. So I just found it like her whole story was very strange. So I wanted to do tarot to get into what was going on. I predicted that there'd be a major scandal at the end of the year before. Like, when it came out, I predicted by that time there'd be a scandal. And that was the scandal. Unfortunately, Helena Hutchins, poor thing, lost her life. Which also, her husband looks very familiar to me. And I think he used to come to a yoga studio that I used to teach at. Because you used to have to write your name. There was a Bikram yoga studio that I taught at. You had to write your name. And I remember seeing his name written out. And it is around where he's alleged to have lived, in LA, where I used to teach yoga. So I really feel like he came to one of my yoga classes. When you see somebody, you always remember their face, and he had a very distinctive face. So I really feel like I have met him before. Anyways, so I predicted the scandal, and I said that she was going to end up leaving him. Now, time, as you've seen, if you guys have seen with Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles, is not always accurate. But I do see still Hillary leaving Alec Baldwin. She's a piece of work, you know that. And it's funny because when I used to take her yoga class, one of my friends was like obsessed with her, and she kind of was like, I don't know. She just was giving off a persona. You could tell it was a persona. You could tell there was something off about her. She seemed very sweet, honestly. But looking back, I'm like, I think there was just something that didn't connect. Like, I never had an urge to speak to her. I never wanted to kind of get to know her like that because there's a lot of ego in yoga. A lot of ego, a lot of narcissism in yoga. It's very, very unfortunate. Okay, so isn't she a lot younger? Yes, she is a lot, which is okay. Like, whatever, you can date whatever age you want to, but she's just very calculating. And I predicted that she's going to leave Alec and say that Alec is abusive, because okay, I want to do the cards. I'll talk about it. I want to do the cards, but I strongly believe it's going to be presented in court or in a public forum that Alec Baldwin has temper issues, which we all know, and that he can't control his temper. And she's going to use that as a way to leave him and to benefit from it. Okay. So Danica says, I really think it's all about marketing at the beginning, but now she's doing like extra drama about it. They're just making it. Oh, totally. And the companies, totally, 100%. Really good point of view. Really good point of view. Danica, you're always so smart with your point of views. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. I feel like it is definitely extra. And it's unfortunate because there's kids involved, you know. With that ex I have, I bet you if I was famous, it would have been like blown up out of proportion. And it was just basically him saying I'm heartless and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, something you haven't told me, you know. But you're right. I do think it has been blown out of proportion to get marketing and to get more engagement, as they say. So thank you, 100%. So I want to see with Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin just got charged. I didn't see Alec being charged. I saw the Dave Halls guy and Hannah Gutierrez. I said two people are going to get charged. I'm remembering that now. I said two people are going to get charged. But the thing is, I think it shifted because Dave Halls was cooperating, but Alec Baldwin was not. He wasn't cooperating. He was making it like hold on. I draw my cards. I don't want you guys to see my messy bed. I think that Dave Halls was cooperating, and I don't think Alec was. But let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. First, let's ask, why did they decide to charge Alec? Five swords, two swords. They're going to use Alec as an example. Because in the beginning, I really didn't think they were going to charge him. Honestly, I'm not an Alec Baldwin fan at all. I've actually, because, you know, New York is small, even though people act like it's big, New York is small. And I know people that, well, I have an ex that used to work with him who had terrible things to say about him. I have a friend that used to work with him, same thing, terrible things. I've just heard horrible things and how he goes after press. He clearly has issues, anger issues that over time has really and you know what's funny, I used to say that Aries, specifically the male Aries, I don't necessarily vibe with because of the anger issues, but a lot of Aries recently have restored my faith in Aries. Danica is one of them, so shout out to Danica. She's definitely restored my faith in Aries, so sweet. And just other Aries I'm meeting lately are just like, one, Aries can learn to control their tempers. You know, they're so loving, kind, generous. But when you get Aries like Alec Baldwin, that anything can make them explode. Anything can, you know, it's just like you can't live life like that. You can't live life just yelling at everybody all the time. So they want to make an example out of him. Hi, Cry for the Moon. I think Alec, did you change your profile? I mean, did you change your name? I've seen that picture with a different name. Anyways, welcome. Thank you for joining. I think Alec has been ordered to do anger management before. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So with they're trying to make an example out of him. They're trying to be like, Hollywood, get your ish, excuse me, I don't want to say the actual word. Get your ish together because it's unacceptable. And it is unacceptable. A woman lost her life. A mother's gone, you know. It's like, does he understand? When I saw him do that 2020 with George Stephanopoulos, he was just like, I didn't pull the trigger. It's like, guns don't go off by themselves, you know. I remember when I was way younger, I think I was a teenager, we did like brief gun training and they told us never point a gun at somebody. Even I know this, and I'm the least, like, I'm not against guns, I'm just not, I need to get one actually. But I just thought it was just so crazy that he's pointing it at somebody and it's loaded. They said to us, I remember this from a long time ago. If you're pointing a gun at somebody, make sure it's not loaded. And if it feels like it's loaded, or you've checked that it has, if you've checked and it has something inside, then you don't point it at the person, and make sure it's empty before you point. Make sure you check everything. Like they showed us everything. So I find it weird that somebody that's worked with guns so much wouldn't know this. It's almost like, you know, sometimes I'm into conspiracy theories and I really feel like something deeper is going on with the story. It just doesn't make sense. Unless, and I did pick this up, I said that there was some alcohol issues. Unless there were alcohol issues, and this is my intuition, this is what I believe. I think maybe he was under the influence of something and it what's the word? Why can't I think of what I'm supposed to say? It had an effect on his judgment, on like right to wrong, pull the trigger, don't pull the trigger. I mean, it's somebody's life. So let's see what's going to happen if he's going to go to trial. I'm actually really glad that he was charged because I said 2 people are going to get charged. I think because he wasn't cooperating, then they were like, fine, it's you. I think who was willing to cooperate with them. I think Dave Halls was humble about it. I don't think Alec Baldwin was. I don't think Hannah Gutierrez was. So let's see. What's going to happen in the charges? Okay, so he's going to. This guy's a piece of work. Wow. I just have to say this. I feel like God is talking to him, but he won't listen. There's just some of those people. I feel like he's literally being told, the universe, whatever the divine creator that you believe in, he's literally being told that by the divine, that let go of this mask. It's like, that's the sad thing about being an actor. I always say this, I've dated a lot of actors, not a lot, but a few, and they've always been so sweet, compassionate, kind. And he's like the opposite of that, narcissistic. He believes that this guy, this lawyer he has, is going to get him out of this. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Alec at all. 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Not looking good at all. It looks as though he's going to do some jail time. That's what my intuition's telling me, and the cards are pulling up, that he's going to do some jail time. Because he's very stubborn. He's like, I'm fighting for everybody. And this like stubborn, it's great to be stubborn sometimes. When it comes to the law, and you've actually done it, like if you haven't done it, I get it. But he did it. And if any of the rest of us did something like this, we would have had charges a long time ago. But it does seem like because of his anger issues, his rage, his inner rage, I get a lot of inner rage. Hillary's going to leave him. She's going to say he was abusive. And I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so there's a video I was watching of them because I study them a lot when this whole Hilaria thing came out, that she wasn't Spanish. I saw a video of him at the premiere with Boss Baby, and he pulled her arm. Like, I'm not saying he was being abusive to her, but in a very controlling way. Also, I found this woman on the internet, his alleged stalker, that had a lot to say. In fact, I reached out to her. Her name is Genevieve Saboron. Let me write her name actually here. Genevieve Saboron. Saboron, excuse me. And let me pin it. And she said that Alec had lied to her. Basically, I just think his karma is coming back to him, and it's only going to get worse. And karma, I think the West, we've distorted the word karma and we made it like, oh, if you do something bad, it's your karma. Karma in Hindu teachings is all about what you put out, you get back. I'm simplifying it and I'm paraphrasing, but it means work. All the things, all the actions you've done are multiplying and coming back to you. And all those people he's lied about, all those reporters he tried to get fired, all of it. And have you noticed no one in Hollywood is coming to defend him because everybody knows what he is like. So let's see, before I move on to Kanye West and his marriage. Let's see. Alec. What's the outcome? I see him doing time. So it can go two ways. He can plea, obviously, and receive a slight slap on the wrist, which is what they intended to do. Or he will receive at least 6 months in prison. With the trial, it's going to go to jury. 6 of Wands is a star. It's going to go to jury. He's going to choose a jury and a judge, because the judge would be like, just like, that's it. But it's going to go to jury. 6 of Cups, the Magician. And he's going to get ready for fake waterworks. If you thought Amber Heard was acting, get ready. Get ready. He's definitely an angry man. But he's been angry his whole life. That's the thing. Like, even when he was young, he was angry. It's just anger. And I feel for him because I feel like he grew up in a generation that doesn't really... Every generation has its pros and cons. I think the boomer generation, they are one of the last generations to really value work ethic, But there's something about the boomer generation and being willing to accept accountability that I don't see happen quite a lot, especially, I don't know, I was going to say especially in those that are single, but he's not single. Yeah, just as a whole, I feel like they don't really want to accept accountability, if you know what I'm saying. Not everyone, I'm just generalizing, but that's a generational thing. Millennials, we have our own stuff. So do Gen Zers. But I definitely feel like he needs to accept this plea deal. He's being pushed to accept the plea deal, but he won't take it. I highly doubt he's going to take it. He's going to do 6 months because when the trial starts, they're going to pull out his history. He's going to make himself a victim, be like, 6 of Cups, like, I'm such a giving person. I do this for charity. I'm a humanitarian. I'm a philanthropist. I'm a dad. Everything good on paper, but the defense is going to come at him very hard. And they're going to say, like, you have anger issues. You attack this person. You attack that person. And the jury is going to side with the defense. But the judge isn't going to give him 5 years. He's going to get like 6 months. Yeah. So let's move on to Kanye West and his marriage, which I don't believe is real. But we'll see what's going on. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm so grateful. Like I said, please like the video. Okay, Kanye West and his marriage. I have to reset the memberships because I haven't really just do it exactly. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to do an update on her too. I haven't had a chance to really... I've been doing my room and my apartment, so I haven't had time to to really what's the word that I'm looking for? Check up on the back end of my channel, like memberships and stuff. I'm seeing a lot of you don't have the membership sign, so it probably means I have to restart the membership stuff. Or you guys are about to get charged, something like that. So I will do that. Because every now and then I have to remonetize my memberships, and I think I need to do that. Okay, so Kanye West and his marriage. Okay, Kanye West and his marriage. Okay, so this is very interesting. I love Kanye West, okay? And I think a lot of what he says is true. I just think he goes overboard to get attention. And, I forget that actors and public figures do that, just like what Danica was saying about the marketing. I think when they see something become popular, they market it so that they can get money, they can get this, they can get that. But Kanye's doing too much of that. And I think I always talk about the Gemini curse. I think that Geminis on one end are like, I want to be ethereal. I want to be live in my thinking mind, be philosophical. But then on the other side, they can be very materialistic. And the materialistic side that I see is that he misses out on having Kim Kardashian as a wife. He misses out he misses out on sometimes when I read something, I say the word out loud when I'm saying something else. Anyways, he misses out on a lot that came with being married to the Kardashians. And I know one of the Kardashians, and I know I'm not a fan of them, but they do have their pros and their cons. More cons to me than pros. One of the pros is being famous. And when you're famous, you don't have to do that much to sell that much. But now I feel like he's having to do, especially from being disbanded from Balenciaga and all that kind of stuff, he's having to do more to maintain a certain level that he didn't have to before. So, I don't think this marriage is real. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. But he's going to portray to the world like he has moved on with somebody else. And she's going to help him do it. I mean, I just think he needs to stop and focus on his work, focus on his music. I always say this about entertainers. If it's on your art, keep quiet. You remember how artists never used to talk about anything? Everything that they thought, they put it in their art. Unless they were having an interview that was of serious magnitude related to their art. But nowadays, I just feel like too many public people, too many entertainers are talking about things. And granted, I actually agree with a lot of what Kanye West says about the family dynamic, about, you know, not everything, but I agree with how he felt about his child and the fact that she was going to be A-worded. I can't say the word on YouTube. And people are so desensitized to those things, and that he was very emotional about it. People laughed at him. I don't agree with that. And I agree with him about a lot of that. I think sometimes women, when men are telling us things, we need to be receptive, just like we ask of them. So let's see. This is marriage for attention. Yes, I believe it is. It's not a real marriage, though. I mean, he is the king of attention. Attention seeking. Geminis, that's their shadow side. They love attention. Sagittarius too. Don't you think it was a little too far? I mean, it's not even real. It's not a real marriage. It's not even real. It's just so that he can. He's very good at marketing. Geminis are great at marketing. If you think of any famous Gemini, they're usually very good at marketing. Azalea Banks, I only know one song she's ever done, but I know who she is. I know her opinions on things. And I think sometimes it's too much. It's like if you want to focus on the music, and Donda was one of the best albums ever, 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 ever. But now it's getting too messed up. Five Swords, that it's getting too messed up with all this drama, and it's time for a new start. So, any advice that if I did give, I know some celebrities watch my videos. I don't know if he does, but if I had to give Kanye West advice, it would be okay. Personally, I would say stop talking about anything political. And I say that for if you are liberal or conservative. If you're a public figure, if you're an entertainer, stop. Because the other side is going to stop buying your stuff. Granted, I think his sales, and that's why I think he kind of upped talking about that, even though he doesn't really live it, you know? And the best way to be the best way to get a message across is to live it. Look at Denzel Washington, okay? I'm pretty sure he's conservative, you know, you wouldn't know that because he never talks about politics. But just by living it, you can tell he is pretty conservative, you know? And I'm only talking about politics because I feel like Kanye is very into politics right now and I don't like it. He needs to live it because now he looks like a hypocrite as opposed to just living it. So if he really wants to be this conservative guy, if it's not for sales, if it's not for marketing, he needs to live it. Do it the right way. Get out of Hollywood. If you live in Hollywood, be quiet. So with the Hangman, the Strength, Two of Swords, cut ties with anyone who wants to use you for views. And it's almost like he loves that, you know? It's like when he knows he's going to be used for views, because he draws a lot of attention. And when somebody's going to use him, he's like, okay, this is my chance. This is my chance. This is my chance, you know? Exactly. I agree with that. Leave politics and religion alone. And that's why I always said on my channel, even though I follow political pages, I do all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to, as a tarot reader, you're never going to know who I voted for. You're never going to know which, well, whatever it is, which party I align with, because it doesn't have anything to do with the readings, you know? People get tired of that. People get tired around election time. Everybody comes out. They hate each other. And to me, art should be more unifying than it has been recently. And I'm talking, and I mean the left too. Like mostly it happens on the liberal side, very condescending to people that voted conservative. I think either side, if you are an entertainer, leave politics alone. So Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, because this is gonna have an effect on his money. It already has, you know. So, yeah. And like I said, some things I agree with him completely. But I think he's doing a little too much. He needs to walk the walk and stop talking because he's talking too much. So, yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Any questions before I go? I'm actually going to go to the gym. I hope I make it in time. I was doing my bed, so I didn't really have time to do this earlier, but I'm gonna try to make it earlier. The sun goes down later now, yay! I'm so happy that I live in Florida and I don't live in New York anymore, which I'm going to New York very soon for my birthday, which will be exciting. Any last words before I go? On Instagram? What on Instagram? Das? What on Instagram? Thank you, my love. Thank you for the support. You know, you guys have no idea how much I'm grateful for you all. Like, it's especially most of the community so sweet. Brittany and Justin. What about Brittany and Justin on Instagram? Are they befriending each other? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a Brittany update because I feel like she's an example of what I was talking about. Not about politics, but just about like keep it down, you know? People don't really want, and I have an ex that used to work with celebrities in some fashion. I don't want to really get into it. But he always used to say to me, people love to watch entertainers, but they don't want to listen to entertainers. And I was like, he's 100% right. In fact, I think about a lot of what he says. He used to say things to me, and at the time I was like, what is he talking about? But now I'm like, oh my gosh. We need the tea on that right now. Okay, girl. Yes, sir. I'm kidding. I'll do it. I'll do a long video on it, so please be patient. I'll do a long video about that because I have been meaning to do an update about them as a whole, and I just think leave exes in the past. That's my opinion, but I'll do a full. See, the thing is, Britney Spears, as much as I love her, she's still a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius can be very conniving. Enjoy reading, start to tune in, even though I should be working. I don't want to distract you. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head to the gym now. I love you all. Thank you for all of those that joined. Yeah, and please like, please share. Next week is Zayn, so stay tuned for 5 songs from his first album. We're going to break down. So I love you all. Take care.